Did you find any?
No, nothing in particular.
It's possible there weren't many but don't worry. Come back and meet me here after some time has passed. I'm sure something will. They packed up in a hurry. Once they think we've...
Oh, Paimon gets it? Okay, we'll start...
Yes. And
Ugh, so tired. Yeah. Let's go. So you're the bad guy behind all this, aren't you?
I didn't act immediately when he showed up. Rather, he is not the primary instigator, but he is most likely one of the more important
Yes, impressive. You certainly live up to your reputation, Cyno. If I had any idea...
Huh? Greedy?
Once everyone knew you were... Since all the goods were just left here unsupervised...
You must know who's manufacturing and selling the canned knowledge, correct?
No. I'll talk. But before that, perhaps if we stay here, chances are that someone will see me with you. That would put both...
All right.
How about my home in Aru Village? It should...
Fine.
Listen, buddy, you better not try to trick us!
Come on now. Do you really think I'd try to pull anything under Cyno's watch? Seriously, what can I even do?
Dad, you're back! Oh, we have guests?
This is my daughter. Why don't you run along now, dear? Dad needs...
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows Sino in our business.
Paimon is Paimon, and
To be honest, I really didn't expect it, but even though you caught me, I'd still urge you to stop while you still can. You should abandon this
Why is that?
Everything from the manufacturing of canned knowledge to the sales and even splitting the profits. Every step of the process involves dozens, if not hundreds of people. Massive profits have brought everyone together in this business. Everyone will try their best to defend this industry that we've worked to build. And even if you manage to win in the end, no one will thank you. If anything, you yourself might even feel...
Everyone has their own reasons for what they do. I don't have to explain.
here's some tea, Dad. And for the guests, too.
Right. I forgot to offer tea to our guests.
Don't mention it. I should tell you that our tea tastes kind of bitter, but I put some sugar in to make it a little...
That's my girl. Do we still have any sugar left? If not, I'll buy some more next...
Yes, we do. Okay. I'm gonna go have a rest now.
Didn't you say that everyone's in it for the massive profits? That sure doesn't seem to...
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. My daughter was born with a chronic disease, so she has a relatively weak heart and lungs. Even slightly strenuous exercise can cause her to faint. That's why she never really had any friends to play with, and why she locks herself up in her room most. As for me, I was just an average merchant. I would wake up early and travel all around to make... Until one day, someone reached out and showed me a way to really make a profit.
Selling canned knowledge.
That's right. With all the mora I made, I could finally afford medical treatment for my daughter. There are many others like me. I wanted to tell you all this so that maybe you could understand and change your mind. Please.
Oh no. That means that if we prevent the sale of canned knowledge, his daughter will...
I must get to the truth. I can find someone to help treat your child. But I cannot turn a blind eye to the smuggling.
I somehow knew you would say that. But having your word to help my daughter is enough for me. Since you insist on continuing the investigation, you'll find some goods I received just recently. I think everything will become...
Whoa.
Yes. All neatly packed away and organized in boxes. To think that small producers couldn't possibly support such a large quantity of goods. Could the academia have a hand in this?
Huh? Look! These...
Yes, that would make sense. Wait, what's this? Yes, it's a Matra seal. I started to suspect that someone in the academia might be involved when I found the tracker earlier. But how they could ship so much canned knowledge out of the academia, the pieces have now all fallen into place. No wonder they don't want me to investigate. It turns out that a Matra is behind this. Even I find it hard to believe. Could I ask you for a favor, Traveler? Since all this canned knowledge came from the academia, then it's highly likely that the knowledge regarding the Court of Desolation originated from research files stored within the academia. If we can enter the repository, But considering you'll need to be the one who checks them.
Sure thing!
I'll also keep working here, and we can get more information on other dealers from Bahari. I'll stay here and make some preparations.
Hello, we meet again. Have you managed to find... I read the letter, and must admit that I hadn't expected things to be so serious. Sorry.
It's alright.
I can tell that he really trusts you. The research files stored away in the restricted repository are far from ordinary. Even I don't usually have authorization. That's right. However, some forms of but some information. Follow me. I'll show you.
The restricted repository.
Okay, since Sino is vouching for you, I suppose we can trust you, but I'd suggest avoiding any other research files.
So this is the restricted repository. I never thought I'd see the inside of it. This is a first for...
There are many who do not. Even though he's no longer in the academia, I still trust him. And that goes for anyone he trusts. The files are over there. Just make it quick.
Whoa, there's a lot to read here. Have you found anything yet? Huh, it reminds Paimon of Sino's former partner.
His former partner. That would be Taj Radkani. But you're not far off.
What? Taj's son went to prison for researching the Court of Desolation.
Why do you sound so surprised?
It's just that they arrested him in secret, so it was never publicly known. All I knew was that Taj's son was taken to prison. It's not just me. I bet even
No. Unfortunately, there isn't. You've heard about Taj, right? I would say he's probably pushing 50 this year, which makes him he used to be Sino's only partner.
Ah, right. I heard Sino mention that before. I wonder if it had anything to do with the Mortada.
Taj was already very well known by the time Mortada was born, so when Mortada came to study at the academia, everyone had high expectations of him. Then he had an unpleasant dispute with his father. Taj arrested his son and put him behind bars. He begged for leniency, but shortly after, Mortada slit his own throat with the piece. Since then, Taj has been periodically coming to the repository. He'll hold the files from his son's research with a remorseful look on his face.
I had no idea that... Wait, don't tell me you're starting to suspect... Impossible. Taj would never... But this is Taj we're talking about.
But if you claim that the canned knowledge was originating from the academia, then Taj is indeed a suspect, because he was the only one who could have recently gone through research files about the Court of Desolation. There are so many files about those ruins that it would be difficult to restart any research, since the 7 original research. However, if the files were made into canned knowledge, they could be understood immediately. By doing so, one could restart the research outside the academia without anyone ever knowing.
But even so...
According to the legends, the treasure's inside, though I don't really believe Taj would ever try to do something like that. I'm just telling you what I know. Do you have any questions?
Paimon's kinda confused. What should we...
Oh, now that I think about it, Sino suspected that the canned knowledge was coming from within the academia. There's no way so many boxes could ever get through without drawing any attention. Maybe we could try asking people around the gate of the academia. Don't worry, Taj.
Alrighty then,
Excuse me. Have you seen any large shipments of goods?
Huh. Well, yes, but the Academia consumes so many resources each day. Everything from cooking ingredients.
Right, but
That I'm not too sure of. I normally wouldn't notice whether the goods have any seals or not. Maybe you should ask someone else.
Excuse me, have you seen any large
No, not that I'm aware of.
Excuse me, have you...
Huh?
I'm just checking to ensure...
Well, I can't say it's unusual, but I did. There's a Kashar Rawar researcher who's been making frequent shipments recently. Dozen of large boxes each time, if not more. When I asked him about it, he said they just contained a bunch of old worn-out machines. The Kashar Rawar used to often sell scrap machines to traveling merchants, so I didn't really think anything of. But he's been making a lot of shipments lately. There weren't ever so many outdated machines.
And you didn't find that suspicious?
Well, the boxes were stamped with a Matra seal. Why should I bother? Of course, I did start to wonder about the seal once, thinking that maybe they forged it or something. But you know what happened? A man named Taj came here and told me that he'd already inspected the goods personally and ordered me to leave the researcher alone.
Possible. There must be some sort of mistake. There's no way Taj... No, I won't believe it. Taj is an honorable man. Someone must be trying... Wait, I know another Matra who works with Taj. I can ask him to let us speak with Taj.
As I've already told you, I don't have any way to contact Taj. A few Eremites showed up looking for Taj yesterday, and he met with them in his office. I was standing outside of the door, and I vaguely heard them say, "Found it." Before I realized it, the door opened, and Taj left with the group of them. I noticed that he had also changed into Eremite attire, but Taj didn't come to work today, so I've also started to feel a little concerned about the whole thing. If you'd like to speak with him, maybe you can try visiting his home. He lives just on the outskirts of Sumer.
a group of Eremites? Could Taj...
No way. Taj is just like Sino. They're considered heroes among the Matra. There's no way that he would... Fine. Looks like there's no other choice.
Hey, don't let it get to you just yet. We'll get to the bottom of this once and for all.
So, this is Taj's place. There doesn't seem to be any...
Well, what should we do then?
No. Wait, the door's unlocked. Did Taj leave in a hurry? Well, anyway, we're still not sure if he's the real culprit. Probably not a good idea to go in without permission. You're right. What's this?
It's a paper full of names written on it. Oh, and a map.
Yes. This is definitely Taj's handwriting. These are the transactions between Taj and some other people. From the look of the numbers, the scale of this smuggling case is absolute. The whole operation involves more than 300 people, including dozens of celebrities. I have a feeling that Sino might be unaware of what he's up against. There's no way anyone could face such a large organization on their own. You're right, that's just who he is. As for the map, it appears to indicate the location of the Court of Desolation. If Taj really has turned on, I don't want to suspect him, but I also don't know him very well.
All right, we'll give these to Sino. Well, Sino?
Taj. From what I remember, he is a straight-laced man. Although he would resort to extreme measures from time to time.
So do you think he's the one?
I'm still not sure. I cannot imagine how devastating the incident with Mortada was for him. Nor can I... Whether it's out of love for his son or for other reasons. We have to see for ourselves to judge him. Or rather, that's right. It's clear that he had a hand in this case, yet he made no report of it. That's also why I need to see him. I must ask his reasoning and judge him. Time is ticking.
Shadows of Fate! So this is the Court of Desolation. Are there really any treasures buried here? Oh, Paimon's kinda nervous. Could it be dangerous?
Don't worry. You'll be safe with me.
Surrender!
Look! These walls have definitely seen better days. Was there some sort of fight here? Let's keep going and see what we can find. Whoa! Is it just Paimon? Or did that passageway just rotate? It's not gonna start moving again, is it? Either way, we should be careful. A passage! Hopefully that's our way in. That eye seems to be staring right at us. This place gives Paimon the creeps. You go first.
Taj.
Ah, Sino. It's been some time since I've seen you last. I trust you. Seeing that you've made it all the way here, you must be on the cusp of wrapping up your investigation, I presume. Even faster than I expected. Is it because you have some new partners?
That's right. This case is nearly closed. Was it all your doing? Smuggling the canned knowledge? The research of...
Yes, it was me.
Then explain why.
That's the difficult part. Let's just say I've changed. I've become a selfish coward who only wants to pursue his own interests.
I find that hard to...
Oh, really? Way I see it, every person will end up like me sooner or later. When you're young, you press forward, unattached. I was the same. I never questioned my actions until I was completely dedicated to all that I did, but as I grew older, I found myself feeling... Murtada was sent to prison by my own hands. I set myself on this painful path. My son hated I failed him as a father. But now I have a chance to make it right. A chance to reunite with him. The Court of Desolation. Here lies the key to overcoming life and death.
So, did you already...
See this door behind me? Behind it lies the treasures that I seek. I'm so close, Sino. If only you hadn't arrived now, I could already have...
Enough conjecture. What has happened is already part of the past. In the end, the treasures you seek are nothing...
Since you're so sure, why don't you just let me open the door and see them?
No. I sense danger behind that door. There will be dire consequences.
I beg you, as an old partner, can you let me fulfill my last wish just this once? Surely you get it by now. Doing your job without mercy will only drive people away from you. I'm the prime example.
I don't overthink things. If there is only one way for me to defend my principles...
Seems there's no convincing you. All right then. Let's see if your polearm skills have improved at all. This power is mine! Surrender! I will set things right no matter what the cost.
Nowhere to run!
As I thought.
Your strength.
You feel it, don't you? I'm stronger than you remember. I gained new power. This is only a taste of it. Once I open the door behind me, this power...
Uh-oh.
I won't let you open that door.
I wouldn't be so sure. I'm afraid it won't be easy to stop me now that you're injured.
I'll do what I have.
I still remember when we first became even after all this time. You still haven't...
You haven't changed either. You left that list of names and map in your house on purpose, didn't you? All of this was just part of the act you were putting on. What happened just now was also part of your plan. I had my suspicions from the beginning, but I couldn't be sure until we fought. If he really had changed, your fighting style wouldn't be as it was before.
Huh?
He never planned on opening the door. His true
Seems our time is running short. Let me make this quick then. After Murtada died, my spirit was crushed. For a long time, I was hoping this reality was just some that is when I was people from every walk of life are involved.
No wonder banning the
I'm a flesh and blood human like anyone else, so I obviously hesitated and considered it. The thought of bringing my son back tugged at my heart. But in the end, I suddenly came to a realization amidst my suffering. The Court of Desolation, a place that once drove people to tragedy. As long as this place exists, people will recklessly seek it out, just as Mortada did, generation after generation, regardless of the cost. Let it be buried beneath the sand forever. Once the Court of Desolation is gone, there will no longer be anyone obsessed with seeking it. That's right. I acted as if I had abandoned my convictions just so that they would cooperate without raising any suspicion. This was the only way I could find and destroy this. But that wasn't enough. I needed someone I could trust to bring the organization to justice. The Academia forbids the research of the Court of Desolation, so they would never approve my plan in the first place. To add to the problem, the organization is so powerful that they even have members working within the Academia. If I wished to destroy the organization, I couldn't just count on the Academia alone.
So, you pretended to be the one behind all this.
Yes. I'm sorry, but now I am assured. You haven't changed at all. You are still as you are. Anyway, this place is collapsing.
Aren't you leaving
His fate is already sealed. There is no life left inside him. He is like a candle with no more wick. You planned it all from the very beginning, didn't you? Risking being treated as a traitor to collaborate with them. Sacrificing your own life to open and destroy the Court of Desolation.
Regardless, I made a grave mistake by allowing the smuggling and the research of this place. Let this be the I was always so big. Finding this place was his biggest wish. Since I'll be reuniting with him here, I can only hope he won't have anything more to hold against me. I'll leave all those people on the list to you. Sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry for. If you see Mortada, send him my greetings.
Dad, why are they so strict with me? I'm always the only one who gets in trouble.
Just leave me alone! Don't worry, I won't damage your precious reputation.
Alright, Dad. Let's start over. By the way, I finally found an area of research I wish to pursue. Why can't you show even a little leniency? Why?
Because we are Matra.
Huh? The Court of Desolation has...
Just as Taj said, that place had caused too many disasters. Being buried in quicksand is its rightful end. To them, as long as there's Mora to be made, they will disregard the Academia's rules. Whether it's the Court of... Their only goal is to make massive profits off of dangerous research. Taj may have set them back with the Court of Desolation. But that's an opportunity that I will...
We'll help too.
Thank you. But you've already done enough. Just leave the rest to me. I will bring them to justice myself. So, that's what I'm going to do.
We meet again. Thank you so much for all your help.
Nabil, what are you...
Convicts from the desert are being escorted through Caravan Ribat, so I'm here to keep an eye on things. This should be the last group of them, so the last few days have been quite the ride. But fortunately, I can say at first, the mercenary groups on the list were putting up quite a fight. They made several desperate attempts to cover up the truth. However, Cyno crossed the desert and took out their main camp. After that, people on the list started to put pressure on the higher-ups within the academia. Everyone was on edge, and the case came to a standstill. Well, then we received word that Taj Radkani had sacrificed himself on the case. The news really stirred up the members of our ranks. The Matra then moved together against the enemy. We cleared out the traitors from within the academia and arrested all the researchers on the list. Some of them managed to get out of the academia, but still failed to escape. The scattered criminals were captured by Cyno all across Sum. I even heard that someone was about to escape to Fontaine, but was still apprehended just at the border. Having more than 300 prisoners apprehended for interrogation has definitely shaken things up recently.
Is Cyno alright? He didn't get injured.
He seems fine, but nobody knows the real situation. He brought over 300 suspects to judgment all on his own. Among them were even some of our former colleagues. Not just the criminals are afraid of him. Even we start feeling a little nervous when... But even if we start feeling all self-conscious, thinking if we've done anything wrong, we're still always... By the way, are you guys here to see something? He was walking with someone...
Sure thing, Nabil.
Don't worry about...
Trying to single-handedly bring 300 people to justice must feel pretty exhilarating. But I can assure you this is certainly not...
I'm aware. However, I learned something unexpected during interrogation. Apparently, someone had enticed Murtada Radkani into becoming interested in researching the Court of Desolation. Murtada had lived in his father's shadow all his life. Naturally, after Murtada died, the orc toying with others' minds, treating lives...
Fine, I understand. This is a type of trap I've been working on which uses plants. Here, take some just in case you need them next time. If thrown into the mud, the trap will grow rapidly and disperse a pollen that has a paralyzing effect. I don't have much use for the traps these days, but maybe you will and can help me collect more testing data.
Cyno! Tighnari! Oh, so Tighnari must be who Nabil saw earlier. Are you also here?
That's right. Cyno asked me to collect some medicinal herbs to treat a girl named Simin. I also dropped by just to check for any injuries. He seems to be fine physically, but he looks a little more lonely than I remember. And Cyno, relax. You don't always have to look so serious, you know? Why don't you play more Genius Invocation TCG? Kale has always been a little wary of you, and your stern expression certainly isn't helping.
How is Kale?
She's grown a bit... After some time, I plan on having her go outside more. It just so happens that I have something she...
Huh? You mean Kale is leaving Avidya Forest?
I've asked her to host some ad hoc lectures to teach the dangers of canned knowledge, as well as how to use it safely. Although we've apprehended all the criminals behind the recent smuggling case, there are many people who are still curious and seek after canned knowledge. So I decided to ask her to work on increasing knowledge and awareness on the topic. Please be sure to keep it.
I will.
If anything else happens, the three of you can find...
I've already caught those who were preparing to attack. Even if some criminals did slip through our fingers, they wouldn't know that you were involved in the case. So you can...
But what about you?
It's still not time for me to rest yet. Those who died have fulfilled their wishes. But those who are alive... I've been thinking about what Taj said in the Court of Desolation these last few days. His words were not empty. I just hope my own change will come slowly. That way, those who see me as their superior and those who were following in my footsteps, just as I gained courage from my own superiors. And my partner. I'll be fine. I'm also enjoying my chat with you right now. There are many things I feel better about. Many people want to go to the desert to offer. One day, I'll gather some flowers that grow in arid desert conditions.
The end. My vision is clouded. The stars are fading. I should sleep on it. Race you!
You